All right, Coach, 3 events, 3 medals for you guys from Gainesville. How you feeling after this one?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. We've got the majority of our team PRing on a consistent basis. Some of them are PRing every time they step on the track. So if people are running faster than they ever have in their entire lives, I can't complain.
You had Avery Lotto there getting the silver in the 5K this morning. How well is she kind of adjusting that?
Yeah, that was really good to see because when she ran 2 weeks ago at Clemson, she was running well and her foot got clipped and her shoe fell off. So she ran about the last half, a little over half of the race with one shoe on. And so, she was really eager. She came up to me after the race that day and said, "Can I run another 5K at Gainesville?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely, let's get it." And so we had a good game plan. She executed pretty well, and we're going to go up to Vanderbilt next week and try to run even faster.
Yeah, of course, then you had that run with Penelope getting the silver in the mile, and then how about true freshman Raquel getting the gold in 600?
Yeah, Penelope's a gamer, and she's really taken a step in the right direction in terms of maturity, and that's really important as a runner. She's got all the talent in the world, but when I got here last year, she was still very immature as to how to handle some of those things, and we really have a good relationship now. I think we're all on the same page. We trust each other, and I think she has PR'd every time she stepped on the track this year. So we'll look to continue that next week as well with the 3,000 up in Vanderbilt. And Raquel's coming along so nicely. She's in the same boat though. She's learning so much on the fly. We're really working on about 3 or 4 different things with her. Some stuff with her stride, some stuff with her shoulders, some stuff mentally with her. So even after the race, we had some instant feedback, and she kind of knew where she could have been a little bit better, and that's great when they can identify it before I have to identify it for them. So to come away with a win and still know that there's a lot more there, we're in a good spot.
We also got to see the debut of one of your transfers, Yvonne Sandwy from Norfolk State. How did she end up doing for her debut? Yeah,
today was a workout for her for the most part. We're still working in shape. She was in Virginia all December and the early part of January, and she couldn't train. She didn't have access to any indoor facilities. It was cold, it was snowy, the streets weren't clear. So we really started from scratch. We did about 2 weeks where we didn't do any workouts. So she's really probably only have about 4 workouts under her belt, like real workouts. So we had to get on the track at some point. So we knew it was probably going to be a little rough today, but mile 600 is a good double for somebody like her. She's got Kendall right there to kind of work off of and key off of. So as far as a debut, it wasn't anything extraordinary, but it wasn't anything bad, but it was just kind of in line with, okay, we have something on paper now. Now we kind of know a little bit more as to how we want to progress in these last few weeks before Big 12.
Yeah, speaking of Kendall, she's been having a pretty solid season so far with several PBs at this point. Just what's kind of been working with her so far?
Yeah, she's coming off a great fall. And we talk about the fall where, you set PRs in cross country, you want to carry that right over to the track, and she has. And so she's a little bit different in her mindset. She's a lot more confident, so she's worked on some things. Mentally, I don't think she's in any better shape or she's not doing anything differently. She's just a little more focused and a little more disciplined. And and today she got stuck in, we were hoping to maybe be in that first heat of the mile. So she had to go out and take it out, and she did. And she did what I asked her to do. And when you use all your energy leading the race the first 1,200 meters, it's not uncommon to get past in the last couple laps. But she'll be ready to go next week. But she's been great. So we need her to keep getting better. We're looking for her to, be a contributor on that distance medley in a few weeks at Big 12.
Speaking of the fall to, the cross-country fall to spring and indoor transition, how well has the entire team done with that so far?
Yeah, it's been the concepts we really worked on in cross-country that I think really helped us at the Big 12 championships. We haven't gotten away from those things. And it's easy to do that over break, right? You go home for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and you kind of restarting up the mileage, restarting the training, not a lot of intensity. So it's easy to relax and kind of lose sight of those concepts that you worked so hard on in the fall. But they came back, everybody was in shape, everybody was hungry, everybody had that desire. We talked about a few things that I'll keep in-house, but we've really worked on, and they're really setting the tone and the culture for the team. And Abby Clements is another one. You didn't mention her, but she deserves a shout out. She's run, I think, 4 PRs in 4 races this year, including today. It was only about a second, but again, anytime you run a PR, it's valuable. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you started the indoor season here with the Jimmy Carnes Invitational, and now you're back here for the second go around. What would you say is the biggest difference you see in this between that last Gainesville meet and this one?
We expect to be good. We expect to run PRs. First time out when we were here in January, a lot of the girls ran 3K, and it was a really crowded race, and there was a lot of maneuvering. There was some bad positioning, and we were just trying to knock the rust off. We came here today with a purpose. 2 weeks ago when we were at Clemson, we ran with a purpose, and when we go up to Nashville next weekend, we'll run with a purpose.
What's the biggest thing you want the team to take away from the day in Nashville?
That they can do anything that they want and be successful at it. A lot of these girls, that's not their main event. It's not the twins, it's not the J-Zac's main event, the mile, it's not Abby Clements, it's not Penelope's main event. So when you can come out and use really a training session like today was for them as a personal best, that's where the confidence just starts to loom, and that's when things can get really fun.
All right, awesome. Best of luck in Nashville then, Coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Bryson.